flag is thrown. There's your first down and a lot more for Demaryius Thomas. Swing and a shot by Freeman. Deep into the night. Back-to-back homers for the Braves. Blake Griffin will turn. Shoot a three from the land. Bounce. They go. They got the big land. They go.
All right. Good evening. It's Tuesday. You know what that means? It's time for the number one sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports for You. Live on YouTube. I'm John. That's Mark.
Hi, y'all.
Nick is on the way.
It'll be a great show.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight here on YouTube and X. And make sure you hit that subscribe button to YouTube. Subscribe to Sports for You podcast on YouTube, X. Follow us on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Sports for You podcast. Of course, follow me at John Watson 0984 on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow Mark on Instagram at Hi I'm Mark1. Follow Nick on X, Instagram, and TikTok at 99 Gorilla. Lots to talk about tonight. Obviously, thank everybody who pulled up last night to the National Championship watch along. Congratulations again to the Indiana Hoosiers, now the national champs. Sorry, JoJo. Man, that was not one of your best nights ever, but you guys got this always next year. But the Indiana Hoosiers,
God damn,
are already they are the champs. But the U showed up. The U showed up last night, and they did whatever. They did what they had to do. They did what they had to do to try to make sure they win the Natty, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough at the time. Enough at the time, but it was a game. It was a good game. The defenses both showed up in the first half, and then the second half got a little loose on defense. Relax. What up, Sam? Well, Chris. But yeah, they are now the Indiana Hoosiers. Their first national championship in program history. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought the national?
We gotta do that for. We gotta get John answer. Nick answer.
Oh, yeah. Who would have thought that Indiana, a football school, would become a football powerhouse in Division I? But let's talk about that. We'll move on to some other news and notes and get to the recapping how his crazy weekend. But yeah, there it is. Unfortunately for JoJo, cover your eyes. Indiana Hoosiers, led by Fernando Mendoza and Kirk Cignetti, are now the national champions in college football. And it was a good game. Both defenses came to play. We will talk about it, Sam. Don't worry. We're gonna get there. There's a lot to peel off that onion, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that later on. It was a good game. I would say Carson Beck looked better, but then he turned into Carson Beck. That last drive, that is inexcusable for you to get a delayed game on the first play, on the first snap of the last drive. That
you know how I feel about Carson Beck, but I'm gonna shoot Carson Beck to some bail.
Okay.
I don't put that on Carson Beck. I put that on the coaching staff. I put that on the offensive coordinator. I put that on because during that TV timeout or whatever it is, you're supposed to have 2 plays called. Your first 2 plays called. Based off of what happens on the first play, you go with that second play. You know what I'm saying? I think that they were still getting a play in as, you know what I'm saying? I think it came in late. And I will say this about Carson Beck. I gave him a lot of hell. I gave him hell last year. He looked a whole lot different when Mike Bobo was not his offensive coordinator.
I'm gonna stay out of that conversation because I'm not a Georgia fan, but he had his moments, and obviously he almost took him down the field, but unfortunately, threw the pick, and that sealed the deal.
That was a bad throw, though. I can't give him back. That throw shouldn't have been made.
That was very underthrown, and then
it had no chance of being completed.
Then you had clearly Mark Fletcher Jr. Malachi Tony was carrying that offense.
And that's number 10 for Miami, right?
Yes.
He is a hooper.
Yeah.
He be going crazy. Salute to him. He a freshman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, salute to him.
He'll be around for a while. Now Miami, they move forward. They go get a new quarterback. They get the quarterback from Duke. As for Indiana, that's obviously Fernando Mendoza is leaving for the NFL draft. His brother is going to transfer to Georgia Tech. They're bringing in Max Hoover, or whatever his last name is, from TCU. So TCU will have. So they're already. Yeah, they're already making. They are getting ready for next year to try to go back to back. But Kirk Cignetti has proved that he is a dominant coach. Yeah. Kirk Cignetti has proved that he's a dominant coach.
All right, John, let me ask you this, man. I've been hearing this being questioned a lot. I want to know if it matters to you. I don't think it really matters to me. The age of Indiana players.
Not at all. Because anybody could have gone to portal and got him. Anybody could have gone to portal and got him. Look, I'm all for I want to see those 6 or 7 year, 8 year. I want to see 30-year-olds. Like, look, at a certain age, when you get off your mama's or your daddy's insurance, medical insurance, then you need to go and go try to play pro. But if they're going to be allowed to stay, and it doesn't penalize them, I have nothing against it. There's nothing really much I can say about it. But I have no problem that the fact that Indiana is an older team, and it showed. They had mature players, and unfortunately, Miami had a lot of their downfall was a lot of penalties. Unfortunately, a lot of boneheaded penalties. But Indiana was clearly the best team, and Fernando Mendoza proved why he is going to be a player. Was the best player on the field. Was one of the best players on the field last night. You can argue Malachi Tony was. You can argue Mark Fletcher was. But
even though number 4 for Miami's deep on D line, Bain, even though he didn't have a really a dominant game like I was hoping he was having, I like him too. I've been watching him throughout the playoffs. I like him too.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, he will hear his name early on draft day. So, draft day.
Speaking of bad GMs,
he will hear his name early on draft day. So just be prepared to hear. All right, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Got that beat built.
I'm trying to beat.
Yeah, I hear you. But congrats to Indiana. Now they move forward. See what happens next. I think already the odds are out for next year. I think, if I'm not mistaken,
Ohio State was 1, Texas was 2, and we was 3.
And that's for the favorites to win next year. We're going to get your early bets in.
Don't bet on Georgia. Mike Bobo's still there. I told you they're not serious about winning. Mike Bobo's still there.
He's going to be consistent about that too. So we'll see where they go from here. All right.
Again, shout out to both teams though, man. It was a good game. Indiana from start of the season all the way to the last play of the season, man. That's top to bottom, only undefeated team, man.
Absolutely, it was. There was no doubt. Let's go ahead and look ahead to talk a little NBA. So, only one topic really here on the NBA front to discuss, and that is yesterday they did announce the starters for the All-Star game, which is taking place in a month's time here in LA at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood. Always up to no good. So we got another news and notes on the NBA, just bad news for the Golden State Warriors. We'll get to that in a second, but let's go ahead and get to these. This was announced during the pregame show yesterday on NBC. It was NBC for the first time in almost 20 years. We'll have the All-Star game. You want to talk about nostalgia? That's nostalgia right there. if you grew up watching NBA on NBC, we all know that we watched a lot of All-Star games on NBC. And now that it's back on NBC, it's going to be fun to see how this goes. But obviously, the new format, USA versus the world. So still the jury is out on that, but we'll see. But here are the starters for the NBA All-Star game. We'll start in the East. Cade from the Pistons, Cade Cunningham. From the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey. Giannis from the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo. From the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson. And from the Boston Celtics, Jaylen Brown. And then in the West, the reigning MVP and Finals MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from the NBA champion OKC Thunder. Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets.
He played enough?
He might be enough. He might not be eligible for All NBA, but he can still be an All-Star. Luka Doncic from my Los Angeles Lakers. Steph Curry from the Golden State Warriors. And rounding out the voting is Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs. So that is the All-Star starters. Let me try to let y'all see how did the voting break down for the. So I'm gonna do the fan vote and get that out the way. So we're gonna know Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, Steph Curry, SGA, and Deni Avdija from Portland were your top 5 in the All-Star voting. And then Wemby and Anthony Edwards on the outside looking in. And the East, it was pretty academic. Giannis, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Jaylen Brown.
So they pretty much say starting 5.
Yeah, but let's get to how did Wemby get into the starting line? Y'all wonder. So here are the All-Star voting results right here. Wemby ended up because there was a tie pretty much between Wemby and Anthony Edwards, but because Wemby was higher on the fan vote, they gave him the nod over Anthony Edwards. But then you round out Deni Avdija, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard round out the Eastern voting. Donovan Mitchell, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Johnson, Michael Porter Jr., Brandon Ingram round out the East. So after 21 years, LeBron James will now be a starter in this year's All-Star game.
You know how I found out he won't be a starter? I didn't know nothing about I didn't know the starters came out. You know how I found out?
Wow.
A Jordan fan said Jordan never came off the bench in the All-Star game.
He did until Isaiah Thomas begged someone to take a spot, to give up their spot. Do I need to play the audio from Mark Spears yesterday on NBA Today?
Oh, we're talking about Vince?
It was Vince, but he begged anybody from the starting 5 to let Jordan start at that final All-Star game in 2003.
Right. You said, who is this? Isaiah Thomas?
Isaiah Thomas was the coach of the East All-Stars.
And Isaiah Thomas is the quote-unquote known Jordan hater, right?
Yeah. Isaiah Thomas was the coach of the Eastern Conference All-Stars in 2003. And which was Michael Jordan's last game. What up, Drell? Shout out to you pulling up last week, brother.
Would a Jordan hater do that?
I know, but I digress. So he ended up not making an All-Star game this year, but we all expected him to start. I'm just gonna be clear. I think LeBron James is retiring, and I think he's being very coy about it. Because I don't think it's not a coincidence that he's wearing a year 23 sticker. He didn't do it for year 20. He didn't do it for year 21, 22, or I was like, he can't do it. But all of a sudden, year 23, he holds up. Then he's not wearing a sticker that says year 23. It just seems like we're at the end of the road.
I think he got. I think he'll play one more year, and that's just so he can get there. I do think that he wants that final call like Kobe got. And I think, excuse me, I think that's the reason why he's going to announce it.
Because I understand that feeling. We're talking to the end with MJ. I mean with LBJ. Excuse me. But yeah. But there was some other bad news yesterday in the world of NBA. Late last night, the Warriors were playing host to the Miami Heat. And the one thing they could not afford happened. And that was the news that was with Jimmy Butler suffered an injury late last night, had to be carried off the floor. It has now been confirmed by Shams Charania He had suffered a torn right ACL. His season is over. This is a heartbreaker. Jimmy Butler is obviously the great player for the game, but the Warriors are right now on the outside looking in the playoffs. They're right now the number 7 seed, so they're right there trying to avoid the play-in tournament. But now with no Jimmy Butler, that just seems like it's going to be a difficult task, and probably even making the playoffs at all. If you're Golden State, what do you do?
Man, you only that's messed up because you only got a couple more years of stuff, so you don't want to kind of like just throw away a year. But unless you can get somebody for, if you want to trade, what's the dude's name that they don't, Kuminga, and see if you can get something that's worthwhile for that. If not, this year is going to be a choked up year, man.
And it sounds like, obviously, we all know the issue with Jonathan Kuminga and Steve Kerr. They're not getting along. His minutes have been decreased. And it sounds like he probably wants his way out of. He wants to be traded from Golden State, but we don't know what's going to happen. But it's something we need to keep an eye on what's going on with Golden State moving forward, because I don't know if Golden State will have, if they will have him next year. But obviously the question ultimately, do you just throw this up? It's thought maybe they'd be willing to trade Jimmy Butler, despite the fact, he did end up, tearing his ACL. Well, Darth Raider, I also wanted to see LeBron play for the Warriors or Knicks. I still believe he's retiring, but I don't put nothing past LeBron right now, James. Nothing at all. I put nothing past him, but we'll see where things go from here. But that's the situation right now. But Jimmy Butler out for the season. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's go ahead and switch over to another sport before we get deep into the foosball, and that is baseball. Now, Mark, I know you had we already know what the weekend Mark had was not so good, but this might boost his spirits up a little bit.
Damn, I should have wore his jersey.
This might boost his spirits up a little bit. So today they did announce the class for the Baseball Hall of Fame 2026, and obviously the two modern day selections who got 75% of the vote. One was Carlos Beltran, arguably one of the best switch hitters in baseball. But right here for Mark, Andrew Jones, Brave legend, 10-time All-Star, 400 home runs, 10 Gold Gloves, you name it. If you have not seen who Andrew Jones is, well, I'm doing this for you, Mark. I need to remind people because people must have forgotten. If y'all never seen Andrew Jones before, sit back, go grab you some popcorn, and enjoy a human highlight reel of one of the best outfielders of the modern era.
Well, certain balls get hit, and you just shake your head and you sometimes forget Andrew's back there.
Andrew turns tail, still going at the wall. He made the catch. Jones on the run, still going. Oh, what a catch! Unbelievable highway robbery.
Takes chances, he's aggressive. He lays his body on the line.
He made the catch. Nothing casual about that one.
I don't know what you're supposed to say about this kind of play because you've never seen it before.
I saw the ball when I keep running, the ball was still there, so I thought I had a chance on it.
As far as defensive center fielder still, he's
And they're going to wave Ventura. Here comes the throw. Here's the catch. On the plate. That wasn't even close. Let's keep the ball away from that guy because you can't hit it over his head and keep it in the ballpark.
Our ERA has got to be a bit lower just because of Andrew Jones.
defensively. I just think Andrew is head and shoulders.
Well, certain balls get hit, and you just shake your head and you sometimes forget Andrew's back there.
Mark, that's your boy, man. For those that saw Andrew Jones in his peak, man, tell him what was he like?
Man, he was. You know, they had the 5'2" baseball players. He's the epitome of what a 5'2" baseball player was. He did everything on the field, and as good as he was on offense, I think his most special skill was defense.
And that's why that was the key reason why all those highlights were him in the field, because
Man, listen. You know I got Bonds as the GOAT,
Right.
and I love Griffey. This is my favorite outfielder, and I could be biased because of that. I'm not saying he's better than him, but this is just my favorite outfielder, dog. He covered so much ground, dog. His arm was crazy. Yeah, man. Shout out to Andrew, man. I should throw in my jersey today, man.
Andrew Jones.
Wear it on Friday.
Andrew Jones got 78% of the vote. He started out in the ballot with only 7%, and he climbed a long way. And now he's going to get that. He'll get that call in Cooperstown. You look at all those legendary Braves that made the Hall of Fame already: Maddox, Smoltz, Lavin, Fred McGriff, Bobby Cox. Your John Schultz, your GM just made it a few years ago. And now Andrew Jones is one. Chipper. Can't forget about Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
When Freddie Freeman retired, what are you going to ask?
Brave.
Think so?
Yes. I still think. And that might be last.
He's the greatest defensive center fielder of all time. God damn.
Well, Grell's a Braves fan like you, so of course he gonna die on that hill. And like our boy Brett Brad, who's a Braves fan, he's finally Andrew Jones makes the Hall, best center fielder I've ever seen. I still remember his first at bat as a Brave, of course, and of course the 2-run homer in the World Series as an 18-year-old. Let me say, Andrew Jones was different, man. And he came to the Dodgers at the end of his career, so that's not the Andrew Jones people. Dodger fans, y'all don't know that's not the real Andrew Jones. The real Andrew Jones resided in Fulton County Stadium.
The old stadium too.
Yeah,
salute, man.
The old Fulton County Stadium. Y'all want to know? Y'all just saw them highlights. That's who Andrew Jones was. So Andrew Jones, like I said, so him and Carlos Beltran were the Hall of Fame, made the Hall of Fame this year. This was the final voting from the Baseball Writers of America. So you need 75% to get in. We're not even gonna get into those. We already know who we spoken on that. But Chase Utley, he's climbing now. He's at 59%. Andy Pettit at 48.
Wasn't Andy Pettit with the steroids too?
Yep, he's going to get in. Watch. If he gets in, there's nothing else people can say. King Felix, he's at 46. A-Rod's at 40. Manny Ramirez is at 38, but this is his last year on the ballot, so now he'll go to the modern era, to the special committee. Bobby Abreu, Jimmy Rollins, Cole Hamels, Justin Pedroia, Mark Burnley. Let me talk about Omar Vizquel real quick. Let me remove this. Let me talk about this Omar Vizquel. So I was watching the baseball announcement show because I went to hear from Andrew Jones. I didn't get a chance to hear from Beltran, but I'll hear from him tomorrow. But I got to hear from Andrew Jones. So that's what I really want to hear from. And he was actually at a golfer retreat. It was him, CC Sabathia, Griffey, Adam Jones. You name it, they was there. But I want to talk about Omar Vizquel. So Omar Vizquel was one of the best shortstops I've ever seen in baseball. He started at 50% on the ballot. For real, Uncle Kev. Omar was a dog, best defensive shortstop ever. So let me say this, Uncle Kev. I know you're an Indians fan, but let's not forget about a guy by the name of Ozzie Smith. But let me get that to Omar Vizquel. So now Omar Vizquel started at 50% on the ballot. His voting declined. So now there's been these allegations about him with domestic violence, blah blah blah. I'm not disregarding it. But now there's also allegations when he was in his MLB career of him having abuse towards an autistic bat boy. Those are the reasons why Omar Vizquel went from 50 to, as you see right here on the ballot right now, 18%. Omar Vizquel's a Hall of Famer. I'm going to say it now. Look, I don't condone. If y'all go read up on the stories, I'm not going to read it here. What he's being accused of is heinous, especially when you're talking about kids with learning disabilities. That's heinous. But we're talking about on the field. And that's all I've always felt when it comes to baseball, comes to Hall of Fames. Tell me what you did between the lines. Everything else after that, okay. That's between you. That's your personal accountability. But everything else between the lines, if I can't tell the story of baseball without you, you're not a Hall of Famer. And Omar Vizquel is one of the best shortstops I ever saw. He's not better than Ozzie. He's one of the best shortstops I ever saw, and I think that's whack that he's not getting in the Hall of Fame right now because of allegations and accusations. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Allegations and accusations.
Yeah.
So
accusations.
Yeah, it was a lot of those. A lot of these.
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And furthermore,
handful of accusations. Handful of
two of them.
Yeah,
two handfuls
of accusations. Yeah, but I'm looking at these guys on the list. So, well, obviously, about Andy Pettit's a Hall of Famer to me. Felix Hernandez is a Hall of Famer to me. A-Rod, don't even ask me. Manny, don't even ask me, but I know what the hate is. The hate gonna be with A-Rod and Manny, so I'm not even gonna go. Bobby Abreu, Jimmy Rollins. I mean, you played it more than your team played it more than we did.
How about with Jimmy Rollins?
Yeah, Jimmy Rollins, Cole Hamels, and this is first year on the ballot. Pedroia, too many injuries. Mark Burley, like I said, Omar Vizquel's Hall of Famer. David Wright. Yeah, K-Rod.
Maybe.
Torrey Hunter. Then you have Ryan Braun. Stole him MVP for Matt Kemp. Screw you.
Matt Kemp.
Matt Kemp's on there. He's not gonna get a Hall of Fame. Too many injuries. He's had too many injuries. Matt Kemp was on the road to being was trending that way, but too many injuries.
And then he started dating Rihanna.
Well, that's really what it says. Showing love on his way. Why is the bottom chunk former Indian? Okay, so it's a lot of Indians on there. It's a lot of Indians on there. Obviously, Kelly Kendrick's on the Hall of Famer. Gio, no. Markakis, Alex Gordon. Now, next year I saw the list, but there's only one person to me that's going to go in the Hall of Fame next year, and that's Buster Posey, first ballot.
Yeah,
I don't think Ryan Zimmerman or Jay Bruce, but I think we're going to see Buster Posey. Probably Chase Utley gets in, and I'm really intrigued by what happens with Andy Pettit and Felix Hernandez, specifically Andy Pettit. Let's see if they get a little bounce.
Yeah.
Or a jump in that case.
Can bounce in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they can just bounce right into the Hall of Fame.
I mean, some of them just already in the Hall. They like Hall of Fame status already.
Yeah. Yeah, you just bounce right in. Just walk right in. You don't even say your name or names, and you're already in there.
Mm-hmm. You get on facial recognition.
Yeah, definitely facial recognition. Especially like facial recognition. Felix, A-Rod, Manny should be locks. We know Manny and A-Rod are why. We know why. But why does Carlos Beltran get in? He was proven as a. Well, don't get me started there.
He got you started.
Don't get me started there because Carlos Beltran. We all know why I have an issue with Carlos Beltran. Look, as far as baseball wise, in his peak, he was a good player. But at the end of his career, he was an Astro. I know he played with the Astros earlier in his career, in his prime. But let me be clear. Carlos Beltran was on that Astros team that stole the World Series from the Dodgers. And they can kick boulders. I don't want none of them dudes getting the Hall of Fame, but I know they're all going to get in there. I know Altuve's going to get in there. I know maybe Carlos Correa gets in there. George Springer's probably going to get in there. Bregman's going to get in there. But I don't want none of them dudes in the Hall of Fame. But I'll stop being.
They can be in the cheating side of the Hall of Fame. It's all right though.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's okay. That's why the Braves beat them.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Man, hate them. Yeah, Kev. I hate them dudes. Yeah, they can bounce. All right, let's go ahead and get to the NFL. Hell boy. Let's go with the coaching carousel first, and then we'll get into the game. Yep. Move those over. Yeah. Jesus Christ, Latter-day Saints.
That's what I just said.
All right. We do have some news in the NFL.
The score was just 92-80.
Yeah, and yeah. Go fit. we have a couple of news. We won't start with the coordinators or the assistant coaches because this just broke within the last maybe like hour or so.
Well, to the world, but John, you said it a while back ago.
Yeah. So yesterday, this was a no-brainer. This was pretty much bound to happen after we knew his contract was up with the Chiefs. That Matt Nagy's probably not going to be back, and now they're going to bring back a good old favorite, probably their best coordinator in the Andy Reid era, and that is Eric Bieniemy, who was last year the current running backs coach for the Bears, is going back to Kansas City to be their offensive coordinator. So obviously we don't know who this quarterback is going to be week 1 because obviously Patrick Mahomes is going to be recovering from the torn ACL, but we know Eric Bieniemy is going to be the one calling plays. So, and then this guy. Now I said this in our group chat, and I was saying it sarcastically, but I did obviously see it possibly happen. I said, if the Chargers are serious about wanting to make sure Justin Herbert is successful, they should go hire Mike McDaniel to be their next offensive coordinator. Well, I guess they listened to me. I still think you're going to lose to us when we play. I don't give a shit. It's still F the Chargers. But Mike McDaniel, according to Adam Schefter and Jeff Darlington, is being reported to be the next offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, he's still a candidate for the Raiders job and the Ravens job. But if it comes to the point where he will be a coordinator next year and he is not a head coach, he's heading here to our city of LA to be the guy who's calling plays for one Justin Herbert. Whoa, okay. Just sitting here. Okay. Shout out. I know someone's happy about logic. Yeah. But I do see the logic in hiring Mike McDaniel as your OC. Look, he's a good play caller. I don't know if he's a good head coach, but let's see how he does calling plays for Justin Herbert. So, yeah, this is great. Life is good. Life is so good right now. Well, what you make of these hires? To start, obviously, with Bieniemy going back to the Chiefs.
I think this is saying Andy Reid is on his way out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he wants Eric Bieniemy to be that coach. So I think he probably going to have one more year, maybe 2 more years coaching, and have him tell him that Bieniemy needs to be the head coach. And I love Mike McDaniel in the Chargers. If I'm a Chargers fan, I'm super excited about this.
I would say this. As a Broncos fan, I hate the fact that they got Mike McDaniel, but I'm not worried because I still trust our defense. But this is the right move. If you're Jim Harbaugh, go get a play caller, and go get a better play caller. It'd be your first time having someone that's not Greg Roman calling your plays. Go, and this is the right guy to get. Obviously, you had him out there. You had Brian Daboll out there. Brian Callahan, you interviewed him. So now you got your guy. Now it's on Justin Herbert to develop a strong relationship. A strong relationship. A strong relationship, yikes, with Mike McDaniel, so they can go ahead and move forward and be a good OC QB combo and have a dynamic offense. Obviously, we saw flashes of it in Miami with Tua, but obviously now you get a quarterback like Justin Herbert, who's tall, he's more accurate, strong arm. But I think you get to figure out who's going to be their wide receivers. Obviously, because that's their main. Needs to be their main.
And keeping the offensive line healthy.
And obviously that O-line. They'll get Rashawn Slater back next year. They'll get Joel Alt back and keep those guys healthy. What up, Sloan? Sucio boys in the building. Shout out to Sloan. Yerp. John him and Marty. And Jermaine. But this is a good hire. Let's go ahead to some over the weekend. Look, when we left the show on Friday, there was possibly one head coaching hire, but it wasn't official. since we left the show Friday, not one, not two, not three, not one, not two, not three, but 4 head coaches have been hired since then, and 1 has been fired, and we'll get to that in a second. All right. Obviously, the one we were talking about was John Harbaugh. They made it official on Saturday. John Harbaugh is now going to be the head coach of the New York Football Giants. Later on that Saturday night, the Atlanta Falcons hired Kevin's former 2-time coach of the year, Kevin Stefanski, as their new head coach. And then yesterday, we had 2 more hires. Yesterday afternoon, the Nessa's Miami and JoJo's Miami Dolphins hired Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley as their new head coach. People was wondering who's Jeff Hafley. Like I say, he was the DC for the Packers. He was a former head coach at Boston College. And obviously John Eric Sullivan, who's now the new general manager of the Miami Dolphins, of course, comes from the Packers as their director of pro scouting. And obviously Hafley was spoken very high of, and now he will be the new head man in charge for the Miami Dolphins. And then this one late last night, after obviously they were eliminated from the playoffs on Saturday, the Tennessee Titans hire 49ers defensive coordinator and former Jets head coach Robert Saleh as their new head coach. So Saleh gets his second crack at being the head coach in Nashville. Obviously, we all know how things went with the with the Jets, and it didn't end well because obviously the Aaron Rodgers fiasco, nothing was going well in at Forum Park. And he went back to the 49ers and obviously re-energized himself, and now here he is back coaching as a head coach. We'll have Cam Ward. You got that defense with Jeffrey Simmons. Can they make some noise in the AFC South with Robert Saleh as the head coach? We'll find out. Let's get your thoughts on these, Mark. On all these hirings. Anything stand out? Anything like dislike?
I like Stefan. I'm a big fan of Stefanski, 2-time coach of the year.
Yeah, for most reasons.
The Giants I want to see. That's the most interesting one to me. Is the Giants. I want to see how they built that. I'm not sure about Salah to the Titans. I think if he'd have held out, he probably could have got a better job than that.
I think he could have got the Baltimore job.
Yeah, and I think that would have been more fitting for his personality and what he want. Because Baltimore, I got a lot to say about Baltimore today too.
Mm-hmm.
But Baltimore, is tough. You know what I'm saying? And they're physical. Jeff Hafley, I like that hire because I know who he is. But there's a lot of Dolphin fans that I've been seeing that didn't like that hire. I've been seeing a lot of Dolphins fans that didn't like that hire.
Who said Andrew Jones was the best defensive center? Pat went all the way through the comments and saw that. Who did say that, though? I think, was it Drell that said it?
Yeah.
Drell said it, that he was the best defensive center fielder. Yeah, he's a Braves fan, Pat. Relax. By the way, Pat, I was talking earlier about your boy Omar Vizquel. I think it's wrong how he's getting done for the Hall of Fame. Yep. There we go. All right. Harbaugh, let's see. Harbaugh, I kind of predict. I predicted Harbaugh to the Giants. That just seemed like he seems like a Tom Coughlin and type of hire for them. And obviously they got the young guys there. You hope you get Scatterboo back healthy. You get Malik Neighbors back healthy, and if Jackson Dark has some sense, learn to avoid concussions and slide, dummy.
I'm also hearing that Joe Brady might be the next Ravens coach. That might be announced in a couple of days.
Well, we're going to keep an eye on that because we definitely going to talk about Joe Brady's still current employer for that.
What a shit show that is.
Current employer. I got to check his skill stats, but check the Gold Gloves too, Fat. He opened up with 50% on the ballot, and then now he dropped because of off the field stuff. Stefanski, I like the I get it. He has the relation. I'm assuming that means that maybe Michael Penix Jr. is not going to be ready for the first game of the season, and he obviously has the history with Kirk Cousins in Minnesota. So if they have to go to Kirk Cousins, he's comfortable with having him as his quarterback. But we'll see there. But obviously they're going to run the ball a lot with Bijan Robinson. Hopefully, I trust that's the type of offense he likes to run, the West Coast offense. So, and like I said, I don't really know how about Jeff Hafley besides he was the DC of the Packers. But like I said, the defense was kicking. But like when they lost Michael Parsons, it wasn't. But I expect he might be that coach where we question like, okay, we don't know who this dude is, but he might be the one that might be the steal out of all the coaches. And with Salah, I'm shocked he took this job. I really thought maybe like a Buffalo, like I said, the Buffalo job. We'll get into that in a second. Maybe Baltimore, get a job like that. They need somewhere, a little more veteran established, because obviously he's been good with dealing with vets more than dealing with younger players, but we'll keep an eye on that. But let's go over the games first. Then we'll sound off. Let's go over the games first. So, all right, because obviously we'll sound off on, and then we'll sound off on everything that happened. All right. Divisional weekend went down this weekend.
About to lose.
Wow. And now we're on our way to Championship Sunday, but let's recap divisional weekend. We're going to go backward. We're going to go in reverse all these games. Obviously, let's first off, who all picked Indiana and Miami in the net?
So Nick picked Indiana. Cody picked Indiana. Chris. Drill, and that's it.
All right. Then we have the Rams and Fat's Bears. Sorry, Fat. Obviously, but that was a good game. The Rams win in overtime, 20-17.
That's it. Picked the Rams. Cody picked the Rams. Chris picked the Rams. Drill picked the Rams. Stan picked the Rams, of course. And JoJo picked the Rams. Okay.
All right. And then I picked the Rams too, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, cool. Let's see, it's a full moon. And clearly that game did, and then let's go to the Sunday game, the other Sunday game, and that was the Patriots defeated the Texans 28-16. And my God, these QBs did not look the best.
So you picked the Pats. I picked the Pats. Rest picked the Texans. Cody picked the Texans. Chris picked the Pats. Drill picked the Texans. Sam picked the Pats.
I had a reason for that, Pat. My child's a Rams fan.
I picked the Bears. I lost.
All right, let's look at the two games before we get to the Saturday games. Did you? And I know how Fat felt about this because we asked him in the group chat. Did you have a problem with the Bears not going for two after the Hail Mary?
No, they should have kicked the field. They did the right thing.
I don't see where this is controversial. People saying that Ben Johnson, they wouldn't criticize him if he went for two and they would have missed it. The heck you will. Ben Johnson, look, that was luck. Crazy how this is Caleb, and he was the best QB in that class. He is. But I don't see the problem. Look, if he would have went for two, that's cool. But him going for one and thinking like, okay,
we got the momentum. We are home. We can.
Yeah, I had no problem with him going for taking an extra point and going to overtime. But people saying that he was wrong for not going for it. I mean, come on, let's slow down, man. Slow that down. But I do think Ben Johnson deserves to know. Kick the field goal, lead that fourth down. Fat said it. Yeah, I felt the same way, Fat. But they had those fourth down stops, and obviously Caleb had the interceptions. That was why the Bears lost, not because they didn't go for it two at the end of regulation. Turnovers always catch up with you in the end, and it was a good game for both sides, but the turnover happened in the end, and that's why we're here. That's why we're here where we're at now. Let's go ahead and talk about the other Sunday game, the Patriots and the Texans. Shout out to Cody. He'll be back next week. He's on vacation. He'll be back next week. He's on vacation right at the fam. I talked to him earlier. He already sent me his pick for the championship Sunday, so we'll get to that later in a little bit. But what happened to CJ Stroud?
That was when I said that was terrible, dog. I seen dudes say, quarterbacks say they could have won. That team would have won with 30 other quarterbacks in the league.
I cannot believe. Has he really regressed that bad in 2 years? Has he really regressed to being this bad of a QB? I'm shocked how bad CJ Stroud looked on Sunday, or even in both of the playoff games, because he didn't look good in the Steelers game either. Nah, DJ Moore flattened the route. No, I dig it.
That's not his fault. That was a bad throw no matter what.
I don't. I just think that was just horrible play by CJ Stroud. And Blake, and let me say this, Drake May didn't play so. I know he had some moments, but he did not look the best. He didn't look so shabby against that Texans defense either. What up, Candace? Like girl said, he's regressed to the point where we're having Bryce Young is better than CJ Stroud conversations. That's kind of crazy now that we're having this conversation now. Where this is asked, what up, bro? If we would have asked this, he if he would have asked us this last year, we would have been like, you're insane to put CJ Stroud, put Bryce Young ahead of CJ Stroud. That DJ Moore nigga running around and he was loafing Caleb through it where it should have been.
Where he shouldn't have been. If you see him loafing, shouldn't have threw it. There was another nigga open on that route too. Go look at that play. Roma Dunze was wide open. But that's not my team, so I'm gonna let Fat get his shit off.
Exactly. You're right. But yeah, Patriots didn't. They looked good, but let me say this: Drake May didn't look. He wasn't looking like no superstar, because that Texas defense gave him some bad nights. You had one quarterback in CJ Stroud who threw 4 interceptions. You had another one in Drake May who kept fumbling the ball. I challenge him to do that Sunday. I challenge you to do that Sunday. All right, let's get to Saturday. A game I thought was going to be way more competitive turned out not to be at all.
Seattle. Other people with 49ers was me and Nessa.
The Niners get steamrolled by the Seahawks, 41-6. The bad news coming out of that game, unfortunately, was Zach Charbonnet. They're all pro. They're not all pro. They're one of their best running backs. Their number 2 running back. He unfortunately suffered a torn ACL, so his season is over. Dakota said Niners got robbed by a ref. Rob how? Well, Rob, what did they take Kyle Shanahan's play sheet or something? But the Seahawks are good, and obviously all the questions was around Sam Darnold, what they'll believe. We all knew he was going to play. And look, they basically, and I didn't say it in the chat, but I kind of feeling you was going to see a lot of Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. The any type of serious movement. it was. It's all good, Dakota. You're all good. It's all great. But here's the deal. That they're going to probably have to do that now, but only now it's going to be Kenneth Walker. Now I think they said the Cam Akers is the number 3 running back for the Seahawks, so he'll be replacing Zach Charbonnet. But let me say this: nothing against Cam Akers, and nothing against your boy Fat from Florida State. Oh man, but I'm trying. But nah, the deal is the deal. Their offense is different with Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. And then unfortunately they won't have Charbonnet, so we'll see. But I expect a lot of Kenneth Walker. And then there was the game that kicked off the weekend. Oh boy.
Oh, John. All right, go ahead.
The game that kicked off the weekend, my Broncos versus Mark's Bills. And my Broncos win 33-30 in overtime. Clearly the worst game in Josh Allen's postseason career. 4 turnovers, 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. Josh Allen, when they've lost, has never been the reason. But this was, you never say, but this was one of the games where you can say this was his worst output. But let me just say it again. The defense gave up 32 points. And if you go look at the losses the Bills have had in the postseason in that era, they've given up over 30 points a game.
And every loss, I know. And also another interesting stat, in the playoffs, teams is averaging 4 points per possession against us, which would qualify as the worst in NFL history.
It sounds like it. And joining the show now from an undisclosed location, the one and only Nick Freeze in the building. Nick, what up?
My brothers, what it do?
All right, we here, brother.
Nick, what up with it, bro?
Here, brother. You are been right on time. We're talking, obviously, what happened down on divisional weekend. Let's start with we just talked.
First off, John, let me do this.
Go ahead.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Before that news came out, I was saying y'all gonna win the Super Bowl.
And I'll say this because me and Mark said this after the show was over. And you was on the signing on Friday, Nick.
Yeah.
Mark said whoever won the Broncos Bills game was representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. I said that before Bo Nixon's injury and everything. I thought if whoever won that game between Buffalo and Denver, that was going to be the representative of the AFC in the Super Bowl. Like currently, I felt someone from the AFC, like with the NFC, I currently felt that whoever one of those 3 NFC West teams was going to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
None against the Bears, Fat, but I had a feeling it was going to be one of them NFC West teams that was going to be in the Super Bowl. And currently now we know it will be an NFC West team because it's going to be the Rams and the Seahawks. But let's just talk about the game. Look, I thought we had our spots on defense, and obviously Josh Allen was going to be Josh Allen. Josh Allen was going to be Josh Allen, but I did not expect us to have some turnovers. Obviously, the James Cook fumble, Josh Allen with the lateral, which was just I don't even know what the heck.
I told you what mode he goes into every once in a while.
That James Cook fumble changed the entire game.
Yep.
Hey, you know what that reminded me of? That brought PTSD. That should remind me of Reggie Bush.
Yep.
Ooh. That's what it reminded me of instantly. I was like, oh man.
The lateral in Texas against Texas. But I'm just saying
that lateral was stupid as fuck. I don't know what the fuck Josh Allen turned the full.
I told you he goes into certain modes at least once a game. Yep.
I'm gonna say this. I'm proud of what we played.
Every time I say it, everybody like talking shit about me. But go ahead.
Well, Nick played a good game, but man, our defense. I was one of our best showings, but we did enough to get the job done. Look, we can talk about the last play all day. I don't know what a catch is anymore. I stopped trying to figure it out a long time ago, and I'm done. I'm done trying to figure it out.
My only thing with that is if you call out an interception, that's cool,
right?
But then I watch football in the next 2 games, and it's the same fucking play, and y'all called it a catch.
Here's the thing: if it is an interception, which was the play, which was ruled, and
it shouldn't have been ruled that.
But I'm saying, since it was ruled, automatic. We know this, that scoring plays and turnovers are automatic reviews. Somebody up at Park Avenue either didn't review it or they just expedited.
They expedited it. I told you what happened, dog. That was the Bills fans' fault.
When the Bills fans' fault.
Hey, fam, look. Hey, Mark. I ain't never, ever seen a play where both the receiver and the corner get the ball and they give the ball to the corner.
Because Ty goes to the offense 99% of the time.
That's literally the rule. Like if both players have it, it goes to the receiver. That's literally the rule.
Except when the call come in from Vegas.
Well, speaking of Vegas, let me go ahead and get this U-pack over here. My quarterback won. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, I'm not the only one who felt. I mean, I know he's our owner now and everything, and I'm getting used to it. Man, I'm getting used to seeing Brady wearing Raiders gear, dude.
Hey, man. My quarterback did his shit out there. You know what I'm saying?
Bills fans was talking mad shit. That karma.
Yeah, the refs.
That's not karma, bro.
That's not karma.
That's not karma. That's just bullshit. I'm telling you that
was a bullshit call, bro. Let's not do that. That was a bullshit call, bro.
It was a couple of bullshit calls.
Yes, it was.
But I'm not the one that blame that loss on the refs.
Oh hell no. No. This is look, for all the people that be talking shit about Josh. Nah, fam. He's only had 2 bad playoff games.
Hold on, Nick. Josh played like shit Saturday. Y'all know I'm the first to admit it when Josh played like shit.
That was the worst game I've ever seen Josh Allen play.
Josh played like shit. But Nick, you play football. He did what you want your quarterback to do. He put his team in position to win.
Mm-hmm.
He gave us the lead.
Sure did.
He gave us the lead with 4 minutes left. It was up to our lousy ass defense to get 1 stop.
Yep, for sure.
They get that stop. The same people talking shit about Josh Allen Day is on his dick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all if the defense got to stop.
Everything is based off of whether you win or not, bro. A prime example is this. Look at Drake May. Drake May played shitty, and they still won.
Did you see what I put in the group chat when Drake May's stats was absolutely worse than Josh Allen's, and everybody's is
Nigga, he did the same exact shit CJ Stroud did. Stink up the place. Only difference was
his was fumbles and CJ Stroud's interceptions.
Patriots defense.
The difference is that it wasn't even just that, it was the field position game. Because if you look at the game, a lot of the Patriots possessions was already in the positive because of the turnovers. And the Texans didn't have that particular luck going their way when the turnovers happened. You feel what I'm saying? So I think if the Texans had to actually drive up the field, the Patriots had to actually drive up the field to score, it would be something different. But TJ Stroud is trash, bro. I'm sorry. We gotta have a conversation about, bro.
In fact, we talking about quarterback play. You praising the quarterback only because his defense play.
No, we're not comparing them. Yeah, it's just for sure we're not comparing. We already know who's better.
That's what I'm saying. Like if the Bill defense would have held the Broncos in that last possession we won, like I said, the same people who's killing Josh Allen now is glazing him. They go talk about how he started off bad, but he played good when he needed to.
Yep,
and that's all because the defense made a stop or didn't stop. Last year against Kansas City in the AFC Championship, Josh Allen gave him the lead. Defense gave up ass again.
And that's why people are like, why Sean McDermott? If that's the reason why, bro. Because a lot of those losses was the defense couldn't get a stop.
Listen, in the regular season, they're like, oh, they got the second or third best defense. Yeah, but when you need to get a stop, you don't get it. You never get it. Like, never, ever get it.
Hey, you remember that one year where, no, not that. You remember when I think the Patriots went to the Super Bowl that year? They might have won when their defense was like, had like the most yardage was given up, but nobody could score on them. Bend but don't break.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? I'd rather have that type of defense.
The Bills fans gonna
crash on next season because they gonna screw y'all again next season.
Listen, it is what it is. I'm not with the Bills fans that's blaming the refs. Do I think that was a catch? Yes. Do I think the 2 PIs was atrocious? I think the Taylor Johnson one was horrible. The Trey White.
Oh, bro, that was terrible. That was terrible.
I can more understand the Trey White one, but I'm still not calling that in that position in the playoff game in the divisional round. You have to let the players make the plays. Just like they did when they cornered when what's your white corner name? When Riley Moss PI Brandon Cooks, and they just looked over that shit, let that shit happen. You have to just let that shit. I'm not a fan of blaming the refs in this position. Josh Allen played shitty in the first 3 quarters. The 4th quarter, he went crazy, and he did what he was supposed to have done.
Yep. But shout out to the Broncos getting that W, man. It sucks that Bo Nix got hurt literally on the last play of the game, which is crazy.
You cannot make this up. You're telling me
last year, I know last year against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship.
I say did put him in a position, but John was also in that position because of them 4 turnovers.
Cool. You keep going back. The last possession, like you know what's so funny Fat saying that? When Fat talk about when the Patriots lost to the Giants, you know what he said? When Tom Brady walked off the field, they had the lead.
Yep.
Right? He didn't give Tom Brady that pass. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we move the goalposts. If we go do it, be off all around. And I'm saying Josh Allen played like shit. I'm not giving Josh Allen no pass at all. I give Josh Allen about 70% of this loss.
Yeah. For sure.
And the rest
for sure.
The rest of it's on the defense. Clearly, you don't give up 30 points in the playoff game, and like I was saying,
that's crazy.
Brady didn't have 4 turnovers. It didn't matter if he had 4 turnovers. Like in fact, if the defense would have stopped him, you wouldn't be talking about 4 turnovers right now. So I don't want to hear that.
Nobody's talking about Drake May's turnovers. They won. It doesn't matter. It don't matter if you got 15 of them. You won.
I'll say this before you entered the chat. I was like, go look at they showed the graphic. Whenever the Bills lose a playoff game in the Sean McDermott era, the opposing offense has averaged 32 points a game. And how many points did the Broncos have on Saturday?
33.
Hey, that's why he got fired. And that's your side of the ball, bro.
And let's go ahead and talk about it. So, obviously, Monday we get the news that the Bills are hitting a reboot, or sort of.
This game
they fired. We woke up to the news Monday morning that the Bills had parted ways and fired Sean McDermott after 9 seasons. McDermott, of course, comes to Buffalo after being the defensive coordinator of the Carolina Panthers for many years under Ron Rivera. Was an Andy Reid disciple in Philly, and got rid of their 16-year drought. So this is their 16-year playoff drought. I mean, those are for president. Be careful what you say there, Nick.
I need to go get to your house.
For real, man. Ain't he Cuban too?
He might be mad.
No, I think he's Cuban.
Yeah, he might
be mad.
He's Cuban.
He might be mad.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, he gets let go and obviously after all these years, and then obviously the story is what happens to Brandon Beane. Brandon Beane, the general manager, he doesn't get let go. He gets promoted to president of football operations. So here's the background with Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott. They were both together in Carolina during the Ron Rivera years. Brandon Beane was the assistant general manager in Carolina, where Sean McDermott was the defensive coordinator. 2017, Sean McDermott gets hired as the head coach of the Bills. They still had current GM Doug Whaley in office, still working for the team. Doug Whaley managed through that 2017 draft, which
got fired the day after.
which was the draft where they took Trey White, where they moved back.
No.
Where after the Bills moved up with y'all to get the draft for Patrick Mahomes, y'all took Trey White in 2017.
Lord have mercy.
And then he was fired shortly after the draft, and they brought in Brandon Beane from Carolina. Well, at least y'all didn't hire Stefanski.
Two-time coach of the year.
That's not a bad hire. I don't know why y'all.
Hey, look. Everybody need to get off Shador Swipe and get this man some fucking credit, bro. Like, y'all mad over this shit from last year, bro. Fuck all that. This nigga done had 13 quarterbacks since he's been up over there, bro. 13. 13 fucking quarterbacks, bro. This motherfucker is one of the best coaches in the league. And that's just the way it is.
Hey, Nick, he two-time coach of the year, right?
Yeah.
2-time, bro.
Got to the playoffs with Joe Flacco quarterback. He don't know what he's. Okay, I'll shut up. It's like he said, man. After what he did with the Browns,
what did the Browns do for him to do? The Browns gave him. They gave him Deshaun Watson, bro.
No, down.
What can he do?
He had prime Baker. No, he did not have prime Odell.
He didn't have prime Odell.
He didn't have no prime Odell.
He did not have prime Odell or Jarvis.
No, he didn't.
Or Jarvis. They don't play like years. Odell had tore his ACL when he was in Cleveland.
Bro, that wasn't prime Odell. That was not Giants Odell over there, bro. Like let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Like year 2 or 3. Come on, man.
Exactly.
And got to the playoffs and beat the Steelers.
And this ain't Tampa Baker either. This is a whole different Baker.
And by the way, I saw what Baker Mayfield went off on Twitter somehow. Stefanski got him out the building. I'm like, dude, relax.
Who was the quarterback when he won Coach of the Year?
Which one? Which time?
Baker.
Which time? The first or the second?
The first time.
Baker Mayfield.
And the second time?
Joe Flacco.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Man, come on, bro. This motherfucker won with old ass Joe Flacco, bro. Won the Coach of the Year, bro. Come on, man. Let's not do that.
So Joe Flacco just randomly winning comeback player of the year for no reason, huh?
Because it's Stefanski.
Come on, man. Stop. What are we talking about? Get off. Like my man JB I was talking to my man JB earlier, and he said, and, he's a Falcons fan. JB was like, man, we show Deion a lot more love than a lot of dudes who spent their entire career with the Falcons.
Bro.
Deion was there for 4 years. He's like, Deion was here for 4 years. We show him more love than we show Julio Jones. We show Jesse Tuggle or any. They
didn't even have the look. They didn't have the best version of Deion over there.
True. But let's not act like Shador's going to the. Let's not act like makes you get Shador in Atlanta.
I'm telling you, for teams would rather hire Shador than Kevin Stefanski, then they looking to lose.
Look, bro, you know who's happy that Stefanski is there? Bijan Robinson.
He sure is. Ask Nick Chubb.
Shit, ask any running back. That's Stefanski coach.
Breaking news. Hold on. Mets trade to get Luis Robert Jr. from Chicago White Sox. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
I just got the breaking news thing.
So I got passing on the next story. But yeah, Mark, it's your squad, man. Me and Nick is here. Me and Nick are chilling.
I think, and it's funny, I was just talking to Will earlier. I think the reason why Noodle, what up? I think that the reason why Sean McDermott got fired is because of his ego. Sean McDermott is not going to hire a defensive coordinator because he is the defensive coordinator. And I think he should have gave up the defensive coordinating to an actual good defensive coordinator and just ran the team. With that being said, in these playoff games, the defense has come up short way too many times. You're expecting you're putting your offense in position to have to come and bail you out every single time. And this always will come up short because in the playoffs, you're not playing against no shot at nobody but some of these lower echelon teams. You playing against in the AFC this year, dog, outside of us, Jacksonville defense was really good. Chargers defense was really good. Broncos defense was really good. The Texans defense was probably one, not two, best in the league. And the Patriots defense is best in the league. Well, a really good defense. There's one team that wasn't there when you look at it, and it's Sean McDermott's defense.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where the problem come in. That all year long I've been saying fire both of them. I think that if you was going to keep one, it should have been Sean McDermott, and you get rid of Brandon Beane. Brandon Beane has continuously did everything in his power to not put a winning team on the field. I think he should be fired and checked for gambling in the gambling ring as well, because it ain't no way in the world you can say we don't need a number one receiver. We have Josh Allen. No other team who has a good quarterback is doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you had a chance to get Jalen Waddle, you don't want to give up the number one pick. I guarantee you, nobody at 26 is gonna be better than Jalen Waddle.
Not. That was just dumb. Y'all ready? And it makes you really give up a first rounder in 2027, but you're not really give up one in 2026, and you're picking at the bottom of the draft anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you got the number one pick. Dumbass. Now I'm gonna say this. Imagine, and again, I'll shout to Brandon Cooks. He came in and did what he was, whatever he was supposed to do. But can you imagine if that pass went to Jalen Waddle instead of Brandon Cooks?
It was Jalen Waddle. He wouldn't be on the ground. I'll say that.
Hey, Mark, y'all niggas said they at least got Jacoby Myers from us.
Good point. I'm glad you brought that up. John, do you remember for the playoffs? I told you, I think that Sean, and I didn't say it on the show, but I told John, I think Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane is beefing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because before the playoffs, Sean McDermott came in and had a press conference and said, I want to give respect to the Jacksonville Jaguars who goes and get players to help their team get better.
Mm. That's real.
And of course, you didn't do anything. So to me, that sounded like a shot then. Now you fast forward to today, and some of the new, and I know what you was playing devil's advocate, John, about the Sean McDermott having final say so. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to tell you that's not true. It came out today that Sean McDermott, Brandon Beane, and Pagula had a meeting before the playoffs. And Sean McDermott said, if y'all want to win the Super Bowl, we have to get better players on this team because this team currently constructed is not going to win the Super Bowl.
That's a fact.
And so I feel like Sean McDermott got fired not because the defense let up, but I feel like he got fired because he put Brandon Beane in his place and said, you have to do a better job. I'm doing the best I can do right now, but you have to do a better job. Dog, you know the last time we got a sack by a DN in the playoffs was Jerry Hughes?
That's insane.
Bam!
Jerry Hughes. 2016?
Bam! That was the last year with what's his name? Who's the nigga y'all had before Rex Ryan?
Doug Marrone.
Yes, that was with Doug Marrone.
Hey,
fuck.
Hey, man! Like I said, Sean McDermott, his defense has been terrible, and you can kind of put some of that blame on Brandon Beane for not getting the players that needed to be there.
Hey, man, look. Here's my thing. Like, nigga, the reason why I fuck with Howie Roseman, bro, is the fact of, nigga, this nigga's gonna do what he can to make this team win. He gonna figure out something. They draft well. They not all this other shit. These other teams worry about. Prime example, the Raiders with Jalen Carter. There's no way in hell we should have drafted Tyree Wilson over Jalen Carter. When we've been needing an interior presence on defense since Richard Seymour retired.
Yep,
Richard Seymour, bro. This nigga's went to the Hall of Fame.
And he's absolutely correct. When you said what you like about Howie Roseman, he said he gonna take that risk. Dog,
yeah.
The Eagles will, if they think that player can fit and help them out, it don't matter what it takes. They're going to
do it.
They gonna do
And
it,
look,
and I respect that.
Howie Roseman
and look,
says
and he hasn't always gotten them right. They've drafted the wrong guy a few times.
A few times, but that doesn't matter because when you get they get them right, you start building a team like they had last year when they won the Super Bowl. Dog, that team was almost flawless, like on paper.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Dog, you need a GM like that, and I love Howie Roseman. I love it was another GM I was just thinking about this year. I like the Rams GM.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad you went there. So let me go there.
Uh-oh.
This is a perfect example. Now, this is where Brandon Beane is. If Brandon Beane is listening,
Man, fuck Brandon Beane.
if he's listening, you need to take a book from Les Needs, from Les Need, because Stan Kroenke let Jeff Fisher have the reins for 5 years, and currently it didn't work. He's let Les Need come in there. They hired Sean McVay, and the rest is history. Whoever this coach is, and we know the names are out there. We're talking to Joe Brady. I know there's the rumors about Davis Webb. Do y'all go make the call for Brian Flores?
Bring back Brian Daboll.
I'm with.
Well, I forgot him. He's actually should be number one.
He's not. Clint Kubiak number one right now. But I'm with Brian Daboll if we get a defensive head coach.
Yeah.
Brian Daboll is going to be
Brian Flores, old man.
Honestly, I would want to hire Clint Kubiak and Brian Flores as DC.
You go out to his brother too. The other Kubiak over there at Frisco.
Oh yeah, Mike Kubiak, right?
Clay
Kubiak.
Clay Kubiak.
Hey, Pop, they got it honest, man.
Hey,
They learn from Pop. They learn from their Pops.
Hey man,
Learn from Pops,
I know he's not going nowhere now, but you know who I wanted as a DC? Jesse Minter.
Yes,
the Chargers DC.
The Raiders just did a second interview with him. He might end up being our coach.
He's going to interview. He's getting interviewed. So I guarantee you he'll get y'all. Y'all be one of the teams that interview because teams are going to want to get interviewed for the opportunity to coach Josh Allen.
Hey, man, listen, and I want to say this too. I told you I got a lot to say about this shit.
Go ahead.
I know everybody's saying the Bills is a good spot to want to coach. It's absolutely not. Honestly, I think it's one of the worst. And I'm saying this as a Bills fan. I know Josh Allen is there, but Brandon Beane, who's been doing a horrible job as GM, and everybody with two eyes can see it. Not only do they keep him, but they give him a promotion. So now he's over. He has all of power in football in Buffalo. Dog, this is going to be a shit show for the next couple of years, man. If I'm Josh Allen, I've been saying it all the time. If I'm Josh Allen, I'm demanding the trade. Dog, this is about to be a shit show.
Mm. Hey, look. This is what I think y'all should do. This is my personal opinion.
Fire Brandon.
Yes, I actually agree with that a lot. I think that firing him should have been done. If you're gonna get rid of McDermott, you should have did a full sweep. In my opinion, like I think that y'all should get an offensive coach, but there's a lot of good defensive coordinators out there as well. Like I think y'all like that. The Panthers DC.
Yeah.
He's very good, bro. He did very well with that unit over the past 2 years, and he's young too. So he's not as young as the other dudes are, but he's still a young coach, and that's a guy that y'all might be able to. I don't know about as far as a head coach for y'all. Whatever y'all do that'll be cool too, but. Nick, that guy, he got a good defensive mind, bro.
Nick,
his schemes and everything are crazy.
It's a question for you, Nick.
Would y'all be willing to give up a first and a second for AJ Brown?
First what?
Rounder
in this year's draft?
Well, no,
I'm not giving up number one. No. I give up a couple of seconds for AJ Brown. If I'm giving up a first, I ain't gonna lie. I need to give me I need to see if Justin Jefferson would leave leave the Vikings.
Or Lamar Jackson.
Do y'all or Lamar Jackson?
That's an option too.
Or I heard there's been a lot of rumors with that. Hey Nick, do y'all no, not just Nick, John, you two, and everybody in the comments, do y'all think AJ Brown's worth the first round still?
No.
No.
The first round,
and it's not his fault because you got to be realistic, bro. So you got to look at the numbers. Like the numbers don't justify giving you, no matter how good you are, the numbers over the past 2 years haven't justified, especially this year, giving you giving up a first round pick for you. Now nigga can give up a couple of seconds and throw a third in there or something, but no. At this point in his career, these are the only niggas you're giving up you giving up first round picks for. If you getting Jamar Chase, Jefferson, those caliber of guys, like the Puka or something like that. I'm just saying guys not getting traded at all. But you know what I'm saying? Like those caliber of guys, yeah, I'm throwing in the first for them. Because them dudes are like absolute game changers, no matter what situation is going on. And AJ Brown has a problem with where he's the typical receiver problem of I'm not getting the ball and I'm mad whether we win or lose. And Devontae Smith doesn't have that same mentality as him. Devontae Smith like, nigga, if I gotta get all the passes in this game, that's cool. If I don't, that's cool. Let's win this game. That's the type of shit you want for your wide receiver one.
He's not working first rounder now. Now when they got a first rounder for him. Tennessee got a first round for him back in 22, which is still one of the most viral moments in sports history. They traded.
Well, the nigga was like 26 during that time too, so it was like it was different.
Yeah.
I see the reason why I say he's worth it is because not just because I know talent wise he should be worth the first round pick, but everything else and he's been shown it the last couple of years, and we're not talking about on a bad team. We talking about one of the best teams that's in the NFL since he's been there. We've seen what else he's bringing to the football field. We've seen what else he's bringing outside of just getting in between the football line. That's what I'm saying. Is he worth it to your organization to give up a first round pick?
Let me tell you something, Dak. Look, I hear you.
My bad.
I get you. I get what you're trying to do right now. But we're gonna tell you right now, you ain't getting no higher than a third, maybe a second for AJ Brown. You're not getting no one. If you're lucky to get a third, day three, be on the lookout day 3 of the draft that AJ Brown's probably gonna get traded. You heard it here first.
Brandon Beane ain't gonna do it.
Oh, you're right. We still got Brandon Beane.
Day 3 of the draft.
Exactly. Brandon Beane ain't gonna do it.
Will be traded from the Philadelphia Eagles. You heard it here first.
Brandon Beane probably traded for AJ Brown.
Boy,
he traded for Bobby.
If he played for the Panthers, he would.
He traded for Lomas Brown before he traded for AJ Brown. But
yeah, Brandon Beane, he got accountability issues with bro. This should have been the year for sure. Like nigga, there's no Kansas City. Like this is a tight window because there's no Kansas City next year either. So it's like the AFC is pretty much open business for this season and next season.
Hey, Dak, let me tell you something. I didn't think the Broncos would release Russell Wilson to take the dead cap hit. Sometimes if you're willing to get rid of a player, it's worth it. Trust me.
I think Miami can go too.
Because if
they
don't want AJ Brown there, Jeffrey Lurie ain't worried about the money. Trust me, the Eagles print money. He's not worried about that. Trust and believe. But and as far as with Brandon Beane, he's under contract. Yeah, I know he got the whole new title. He didn't get a new contract though. So he still could be gone. He still could be gone. I don't think he's going anywhere this offseason.
That's the problem.
But I give you, I will say this.
You can't. You know why you can't, John? And I know what you about. You can't because we coming into a new stadium. You have to put something presentable out there. And it has to be more than what he did last year. You have to.
He has to make a splash. There has to be a splash made this offseason.
That's what I said. The head coach has to be a splash. It has to. You're getting rid of Sean McDermott. It's a lot of people who think he should have been fired only because of defensive things, but dog, Sean McDermott is loved in Buffalo. If Sean McDermott never leaves the city of Buffalo, he don't never have to pay for nothing else ever again, dog. He changed the mentality in Buffalo.
Hey, Sean McDermott might end up being my coach. Never know.
Somebody said he has a chance to do the funniest thing in the world and go to the Chiefs. He could. He's an Andy Reid disciple.
Wait, who's the Chiefs DC right now?
Steve Magnolia. But they said you don't have to be a defensive coordinator. It can be a defensive like a defensive specialist, assistant coach, or something like that.
So here's how y'all offseason looks right now, Mark.
Like shit.
Y'all have 48 players on the contract.
We got $25 in. Oh,
y'all $3 million over the cap.
You know who fault that is?
Maybe
Brandon Bean, dumbass. But go ahead.
7 picks. Some y'all notable free agents: David Edwards, Connor McGovern, Joey Bosa. That experience didn't work.
No, Joey Bosa didn't play that.
Joey Bosa was balling.
I don't think he's going to be back. AJ Epinesa.
Nope.
Larry Ojanobi, Matt Milano, Shaq Thompson.
Shaq Thompson was our best defensive player this year.
And then got players on the bubble like Tyler Bass, Curtis
Samuel,
Dawson Knox, and Taylor Rapp.
Dawson Knox contract was way too big. Pause if that's necessary. And Taylor Rapp need to get the fuck out of Buffalo immediately.
Yeah, he's trash.
Welcome to 1-2-3 Cancun, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and talk about another offseason for one of the other teams that was eliminated. That's the Houston Texans, which Cody was here for this, but I know he's probably watching with the fam right now on the vacation. So
go back. Somebody says.
All right, Dak said, "Man, we could trade him."
Yeah, but not for nothing. Almost. Go ahead.
All right, so let's look at the Texans. How the Texans offseason is going to look. Obviously, they have $13 million in cap space.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
Sheldon Rankins is a free agent. Christian Kirk's a free agent.
They got him go.
They got to try to get extensions done with Titus Howard, Dalton Schultz, Will Anderson, Dale Hunter, Azeez Al-Shaair.
The last 3 is for sure getting contracts done.
Obviously, we don't know what's going on with Joe Mixon. Obviously, missed the entire year. Joe Edwards
he got shot. He shot himself in the foot.
With a gun for him?
And then obviously
I'll talk about it later.
Take Dale dealing with is still recovering from the injury as well. So
they might let him go.
He's still on the rookie deal, but obviously that's 2 major injuries. I don't know if it would shock me if he let go as well.
Hey, do y'all think this game goes differently? Nico Collins playing?
Maybe, but I'll still pick the Patriots.
No, because some of them throws that he was making was like shit anyway. So
yeah, that's an Ohio State quarterback for you.
How about the Niners? They got $39 million in cap space. Juwan Jennings is a free agent. Eddie Pinheiro.
They might sign Eddie Pinheiro.
They got thinking about extensions with Jake Tonges.
He's going to they both of them get Trent
Williams. Brandon Ayuk is gone.
Amador Lenore,
he's probably going to be back. Mac Jones, unless the team just throws money at him, I think he probably will stay in San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk.
He's not staying over there. He about to get a job somewhere. You want to know why?
Why?
It already happened once before. Look what happened with Sam Darnold. Went over to Frisco, got himself right. He got rumored to be, doing this shit, and all of a sudden, and remember, it's not like that. Mac Jones he had more success than Sam Darnold did up to that point. You feel what I'm saying? So this might be the thing that he need, get into a system, and he played very, very well in that system too. Like he was playing so well. People were saying they should have kept him going instead of Purdy, which was crazy as hell. But
the one interesting on there is Brandon Ayuk.
He's done.
I know he done with the 49ers. I give him that.
Yeah.
Is he done?
No, I don't.
No, he's done with the 49ers.
I think he's done with the 49ers. I think who might end up trading for him or might end up, he can't get a lot for him is Washington. Him and Jaden Daniels is
they play together at Arizona State.
They're really cool. They still play games all that together. And Brandon Ayuk, I'm not sure if y'all really watched him play, is one of the elite route runners in the NFL.
Oh, yes, he is. He's that guy.
Yep. So
he's just like you said, he's done in Frisco, bro, for sure.
That's why I said I think that and he did Frisco. He's doing Frisco dirty after they paid him that money. He's making his trade value as low as possible.
Yep.
All right, and then with the Bears, they got $5 million in cap space, 6 picks. Deshaun Wright's a free agent. Jaquan Brister's a free agent. Kevin Byard, Braxton Jones. They got to decide if they want to offer extensions to Montez Sweat and DeAndre Swift. Cole Kmet could be gone. Tremaine Edmonds could be gone. Fats in the chat. I hope we'll know who he wants back or not. But that's how those look right there. But I would, if I was the Bears, I would definitely try to bring back Montez Sweat. And obviously, Monangai showed up, but two running back system help was good for the Bears. But we'll see what Big Johnson has.
That's Big Johnson for you. I think he'll get a better look. If I'm the Bears, this is what I do. First and foremost, Sweat is getting re-signed for sure, no doubt about it.
Fat won't Sweat out. I think Fat said if they can get a better DN, he'll let Sweat go.
I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna say the same thing about DeAndre Swift. If you can get a better running back, let him go.
I think that. Well, when I talked to Fat, he said he wanted the linebacker they got from us. He wanted him gone. He said he at first he wanted DeAndre Swift gone, but DeAndre Swift had a really good year last year. And I think him and what's his name? Mufunga? What's the other running back name?
Oh, Monangai.
Monangai. Them two make a good duo. You know what I'm saying, over there. And they got the receivers over there. He said they think they might get her a DJ Moore, though.
I think they're getting rid of DJ Moore, too. I think I actually thought they were going to get rid of him this past offseason. I honestly don't think that he's a big fan of Caleb Williams.
I don't think so neither. And Burden, in his rookie year, showed the hell out. I don't like him because he originally committed to Georgia, then he decommitted to Missouri.
That motherfucker should have been a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. Like, he's very good. And him and Rome, they worked instantly. That's what, when I seen the connection they had, that's why I think I told that to Chrissy. I was like, the connection they got, Moore's not going to be there for too much longer. And if I was them, I'd trade him and try to get the best value you can for him. You might get you for sure get you probably be hovering around the third, maybe a second type shit.
I'm about to say you can get a second or a third. If
for sure.
Really desperate, if a team is dealing really they needed a second, but I'm thinking a third for sure you'll get for them.
Yeah, one of them teams, like for example, like let's say if we was interested, give them that's a high third round pick.
I give the second round for him.
But Brandon Bean, never mind.
No, Brandon Bean, like who your fourth receiver you got over there though?
Did he play for Carolina?
Damn, that makes a lot of sense.
Hey man,
that makes a lot of sense why y'all traded for Kelvin Benjamin.
Why you gotta say that?
Hey Nick, you know the draft before Brandon Bean got there, dog. That produced 3 All Pros.
That was a draft. Y'all drafted Edmonds, right?
Nope, Tre'Davious White, Deion Dawkins, and
yeah. That's a good draft.
You know how many Brandon Bean All Pros Brandon Bean had since he got there in 8 years?
How many?
2.
That's crazy.
Get this nigga off my fucking team, man.
The nigga can't draft.
They can't sign players.
All right, let's go ahead and make the picks for Champion Sunday because we probably won't. Because obviously, some Friday shows TBD based off of how things going on location. So Cody sent me his picks. So I'm gonna get everybody's picks. Who we got?
Oh, Nick, we need something from you too, dog. I'll tell you later on.
All right. So
hold on now.
No, not nigga.
Pause. So we're going to and pick who we think is going to win on Championship Sunday. Who's heading to San Fran?
That sounds crazy. Hey, you know what's funny? What's funny is the fact of if you look at this shit like the way it's set up, like nigga, the Patriots right above the Rams, they played them in the Super Bowl, and then y'all played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. That's crazy.
That's insane, right?
And then both teams played the Seahawks, and only one played the Rams. Y'all didn't know y'all didn't play the Rams. No.
We ain't played the Rams. We ain't played the Rams.
Y'all played
we played Carolina.
Carolina. There we go.
Carolina, Seattle, Atlanta. And that was the last 4 Super Bowls.
Damn. Super Bowl next year is on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and here.
Yeah.
Hey, why they do that?
Wait, what the fuck this nigga just said?
What? The NBA stopped the super team. CB3 Kobe LeBron boss. When the heck was that true?
I'm gonna put in the chat. Don't worry about it.
All right. Next. All right. Let's go ahead and see who we pick in these games. Nessa, JoJo too. Chris says she needs Cody. It's really just all you gotta do is go on your ESPN app. They'll tell you who's favorite, Chris. Trust me. We got you. I'll let you know who's favorite on Championship Sunday. It ain't.
Oh, okay. We got her pick.
She got the Pats.
Don't worry about it.
So she got that's Cody's picks too. He got the Pats and the Seahawks.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Who else picking? We got maybe 2 more rooms.
I got
Hold on, we can do this, Nick. Hold on.
Okay.
Anybody else here? Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. All right.
So we starting with y'all. Y'all game is Saturday or Sunday? Are they both Sunday? Championship Sunday. Okay.
We got the first game, so it's that's just wild for that.
That's out of.
You definitely out of pocket.
I think both of them are in the
Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are in the Broncos. So that's in JoJo Broncos.
That's where OJ in trouble.
No, they not white. Wait, hold on. Am I out?
You all right, fam?
Oh yeah, good for you, Chris. You were 5 for 5. Bravo. Let me know. Well, not Nick breaking out the chocolates.
Coochies. Oh, Cucinas.
Chocolates.
No, I thought Nick more coochies.
No, I know what he said. He said chocolates.
Oh, my bad.
Breaking out the chocolate.
All right, come on, Nick. Who you got? Oh, you got Pats. My bad.
Yeah, I got the Pats. I got Vince Wilfork.
Chris got Pats.
He said Michael Bennett both games.
And John, I don't give a fuck about y'all quarterback struggles or not, man. Don't get this shit done, man.
Last time we played the Patriots, their Peyton was there. But people forget when last time we played them in the regular season, they couldn't beat Brock Osweiler.
It's not that same team.
I know, but we still had that same type of defense. And that's what I've been saying. I'm saying now one time if I mention Jared Stidham's name, I'm keeping the focus on our strength, which has been our defense all year. And that's what's gonna have to get us to the promised land. And the fact that we get J.K. Dobbins probably back Sunday. And yes.
Oh shit.
Probably get J.K. Dobbins back Sunday, and then our starting center Luke Wandenberg will be back. So he's our original, behind center. So
hey, John, man, fuck that, man. Fuck all that, man. Let's go, man. Broncos for the win. Let's go, man.
We got home field. It's what you got home field for. Now go get it done.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
What you got home field for?
Let's go, John. Next game,
I don't care because Boca got hurt in this game. Then what?
Next game, man. I'm up. Yeah, next game.
It's the NFC Championship. Is Rams Seahawks Part 3.
Woo! I want to pick the Rams so bad, but the Seahawks been going crazy lately. Fuck it. Give a shot at it, man.
And it's 15 kids.
Yeah.
Rams. Let's get home to the bowl to take on them. The bowl is the
oh no.
Super Bowl's in Frisco this year. It's in LA next year. Candace, the Super Bowl this year is in Frisco. But I guess she's still picking her, but she's still picking the Rams. I get it. Oh, well, I probably still am. I probably still am.
Take the probably off.
Yeah, I still am. It's still a great night, as one ball comedian once said.
Nick, who you said Seahawks?
Relax,
John. You got the Rams.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Watson. It's gonna be a Watson versus Watson Super Bowl.
And Ness and JoJo had who?
That's it. That's a pick the Rams too.
And that's it.
They ramming.
I wonder if Ram her. That's what said Ram her.
I wonder if JoJo is picking the same thing as the Rams.
She's picking.
I mean, same thing as
JoJo. So JoJo wants to Ram her too.
And Chris said she said Pats and Seahawks.
She said Pats and Seahawks. Yeah.
And Cody said Pats and Seahawks. Okay.
Wait, relax, Nick. JT, what up? Said, and he got the Patriots. All right, y'all picking Patriots. That's all good. All right, let's get to the final segment of the show.
That's about to get rimmed.
He said rimmed.
That's what I said, rimmed.
All right, man. That's insane. Okay, move it up. This is the call down names. All right.
Aren't they looking at us?
Dude, you good? You good? Last night we did a watch. Shout out to the 600 that pulled up in the chat last night to watch the natty with us last night. But I need to talk about this fake controversy that's going on based off the natty. Anybody know who this young lady is?
Yes.
No, but she
and I'm not proud to say that I do.
No, but she looks like her face.
She does. Nick, you want to tell Mark who this young lady is?
Say it one more time.
Nick, you want to tell Mark who this young lady is?
I think that's a Bella Danger, right?
Yes, it is.
Topanga?
No,
a Bella Danger. She does facials for a living.
Wait, how did I just guess that? What just happened? All right.
So Bella Danger, who is an adult star,
And one.
who is an adult star.
Get up, Ron. You scored.
Come on, run out of Daniel College.
It's a 7-year-old on the court. Okay, go ahead.
Who's an adult star? Is a diehard Hurricanes fan. So last night during the game, the cameras on ESPN panned to her while she's making this facial expression. I guess
that looks familiar. I mean, go ahead.
You're good. But now, some odd reason, people were criticizing ESPN for flashing the camera on a porn star during the football game.
She be giving Hurricane too. I mean, I don't know what ESPN was doing.
Usually, girls who you take on the face give Hurricane. Why they got a problem with her showing her she wasn't naked, was she?
No.
What's the problem?
People just mad because they feel embarrassed. They probably don't watch some of her material. That's probably what it was.
Or because they had as good as hers?
Like, even
they know who she is.
Exactly. I don't know if y'all paid attention to the game, to the Bears and Rams game. They showed Sky Bree at Soldier Field.
I don't know who that is neither.
She's in the same line. She's in the same line of work.
Listen, man.
She be going crazy too. I mean, I don't know what they be doing on ESPN, bro.
Well, the Bears Rams game was on NBC and Peacock.
The Bears was ramming her. What?
Wait, ain't that's illegal out here, bro?
Huh?
That's illegal out here, bro.
Well,
getting rammed by a bear.
Hey, when gay people say
no,
stuff, all right.
No.
Wait, were you talking about that bear? Oh, that's crazy.
No.
Hey, just gonna ask a question. Hey, when gay people say something that's straight, do they say pause?
Get out.
So they just say they probably say ew.
Get out. Get out.
All right, my bad, man.
But yeah, this is such fake news, man. Because
Nestor, what I did.
Let me say this, man. Adult stars like sports too. They go to games all the time.
Taking on the face is a sport for them.
They have lives too. Heck, I
John. Oh,
yo, what the heck is wrong with you,
John? I thought you was about to go. I thought you was about to go off track here, dog.
Look, I watched a lot of those Cool Kick YouTube vlogs. Half of their clientele are porn stars.
Oh.
So what? Porn stars can't buy sneakers either? They can't watch basketball and football games? You don't gotta respect what they do for a living, but let them be people, let them live. That's my person I have to call out names. All this fake controversy over a Bella Danger. Relax.
You said Abella is like, is it ABLLA? I had to do research for the show.
Yes, that is how you spell her name. A Bella Danger. And Bella is one word. So I had to do research.
Okay, I gotta do some research too. My calling out names is the Bills
Ownership?
Yeah, the Bills ownership by not if you was gonna fire both of them, if you was gonna fire one of them, it should have been the GM because the GM has been doing a horrible job. And I also think that if you was gonna do that, you should have made Sean McDermott hire a DC. But that's it. That's it for me.
Nick, you got anybody calling no names?
Yo,
what's your handle for research? Just Google a Bella Danger, JT.
Yeah, she be going crazy. I mean, yeah, y'all gonna do our research.
That's her. That's her. I think there was rumor that she was dating. There was a rumor that she was dating Carson Beck. We know Carson Beck was dating one of those Cavender twins at one time.
Pick that picture back up.
Which picture?
That one over there.
That face is so familiar. I mean,
it's a compilation of her getting her shit off. Oh, okay.
She's a diehard Hurricane fan. She does it for the youth.
Oh, she licking it off another girl face? Oh, wait, we still doing the show. All right.
Nick, who you have to call on this? Dog, what the heck are you doing?
What happened?
Again,
JT, just get on the Googler.
I suggest
get that stinking barcode off the screen.
I suggest everybody sign up for the only Johns now. Why is that a low price? Because content is being filmed soon, and the price is gonna go up. The price today and what it is gonna be tomorrow.
You all right?
So
you okay?
What?
You okay?
I'm trying to help you out. Look, only John's QR code right there. So
accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And furthermore,
yes, I say y'all get y'all subscriptions in while it's still for the 80% off. Because once the 89%, my bad, John. I don't want to be disrespectful. 89%.
You can't just say 87, even though you can just say 88.
Oh, my bad. 87%. My bad. It's all the same thing to me.
Say 88.
Okay, 88% cool. Like 88% off. Get it while 88% off because, like I said, once that content get filmed, yo, it's going crazy. So shout out to John and his co-star. You heard?
Yo, this is diabolical.
Shout out.
Who you got my name?
Who do I have like to? Well, after this weekend's game, I have Shady McCoy on calling out names.
No, that's her. That's her.
Uh-oh.
Nessa.
See type of BS I go through. What Shady McCoy say now?
As Nessa says, 69% is well. You can get it for 69% off.
That's crazy. Hey, about a month ago, Shady had this absurd statement that where he said that Shador is definitely better than Caleb Williams. And he was like, no doubt that he's better. No. I understand Caleb threw that pick at the end, which was absolutely crazy. But no, bro, there's no way you're watching some of these throws and everything that Caleb Williams is doing, bro, and you thinking that Shador is better than him.
Shady sounds stupid right now. I get
He sounds crazy.
Dion, I get all these dudes are real cool with Dion. And they've known Shador since he was a kid. But let's just be clear, he's a grown man now. Y'all gotta stop with the hand holding. Let him go out there and take his bumps and bruises like any other young quarterback.
Hey, bro. Hey, I don't know what niggas be thinking. Like niggas is like, oh, he got put in a bad situation with the Browns. Well, if he would have got drafted the way niggas say he should have got drafted, which would have been like a top pick, he would have went to a trash team anyways. So what the hell was that difference?
The Ravens. He's like, no, I didn't want to be a backup.
You're an idiot. You could have learned so much being in a situation up over there where you're behind a 2-time MVP and you're in a good organization. Like, no, he could have learned so much up over there. That right there, that's crazy.
Insane. All right. We're going to get up out of here. So, programming note. We'll let you know about Friday's show because I'll be actually traveling Friday. So, I'll let you know what Friday's going down. We're not, I guess. I ain't going to shut down business right there.
Yes, I would make the Only John's merch for y'all if y'all need it. And between John and Nick and me, because we're the ones that's doing the show, have anybody ever got hit while they was doing the show?
Something is really wrong with you. Something is really wrong with you.
I mean, because I don't know what be happening underneath the table when y'all be there, so I don't know. I'm just asking. I mean,
what's wrong with you?
It ain't never happened for me. I'm just saying, anybody ever had hit while they was now? All right, then cool.
JT, so I need that 5X tracks.
We got you.
Got you, JT, for sure.
Fam.
Get up, Mark. Get up, Mark. Thank you. Hey, for real, Dax, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That QR code right there, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Like, share, tell a friend. We'll be back. We're here every Tuesday and Friday. Now, whoa, what the heck? I got the hookup.
Yo, John and boots and the cowboy hat and that chain.
No. Heck, I won't. Have me looking like sugar.
I have all that with the chain. Is
all right, we're gonna get up out of here. No, JoJo, I'm not.
I think it still had his lopes on too.
Yeah.
I hate y'all.
I'm just saying, like, it'll be dope. Yeah.
Hey, Martin, that nigga for sure have a rag on he for sure have a rag under that cowboy hat.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be a blue rag hanging down like this. You gonna be the cowboy hat?
That nigga gonna have that shit tied Tupac style on that nigga head.
Yo, that's
if he goes quiet, he's thinking. What's your first sign for everything?
Oh my God. Hey, Nessa is funny as shit, man.
Nessa is hilarious. Yo, it was the first time for everything.
Yo,
bring the saddle is crazy. Oh, not the chaps, not the one Prince had on. Wait, hold on.
John.
Nope.
John.
Nope.
John, you be out there asking the chaps? That is crazy.
Never in life. Never in life. Never in life. Never in life.
I think about that with the. That nigga go there with the Prince chaps on with the chain and the hat is crazy.
Never in life.
John gonna be out there crib walking and never would have made it. That's gonna be crazy.
You really gonna all the songs and shoes? You say that one?
Hey, crib walking in chapters. That shit need to go. You need to go to jail for that.
Rocking them little.
Whoa! Hey, we need to end the show, dog. This is getting crazy. Elephant Tuggy is wild.
Crazy. That is crazy, yo.
Elephant Tuggy.
Check out Another Dynasty. Check out March of Mike's. Check out Sports for You Wrestling tomorrow for Saturday night's main event preview. Check out Best in the World. And we'll let you know what happens Friday with Sports for You.
No Rules be coming back soon too.
No Rules. We'll be back soon. Stay tuned. And we're gonna get up out of here. So thank y'all for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, share, tell a friend about the #1 sports podcast in the world. This has been Sports for You. I'm John. That's Mark. That's Nick. See y'all.
Yes,
Let you know when we see y'all. And wait a minute before we go. Wait a minute. It's our 450th episode.
Oh yeah, damn, Nick, you should have been here. We can take a shot. We don't have nothing here though.
We thank y'all for support, for helping us get to 450 episodes.
We might take a shot later on.
We will celebrate when Nick Freaks is back in the studio next week.
Yeah,
I know somebody is.
And then Cody will be here next week as well. So
somebody go take it in the mouth.
See y'all next week.